Take a picture of greatness, relate this to a Rembrandt. I know it all, so listen close, even if I rent. I'm here once a week, rain, sleet, or snow, to tell all the facts that you need to know. So listen.
Steeler Nation, what's good? What's good? One time for the tapping. It's your boy Tate, the know-it-all. One of the know-it-alls, one of the know-it-all crew. Here for my Wednesday Tate's Take at noon. Talk about some Pittsburgh Steelers stuff. And what I'm here to talk about today, we're going to talk about the quarterback position for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers real quick, briefly. He's part of the discussion. Whether or not, I don't think it's whether or not. I think it's only a matter of when he'll go ahead and be with the Steelers. We'll talk about Will Howard, everybody's favorite quarterback in Pittsburgh right now. Everybody want to see the guy get a chance guy. That's Will Howard. And I'll just briefly talk about some of the guys available in the draft the Steelers could potentially look at. But that I feel like Will Howard is probably better than if he was in the draft this year. We'll just mention those guys briefly. And a couple guys that I think would be better options for the Steelers in a later round than they have to pick some of the initial guys we'll talk about. But, yeah, I'm here with you all day, Steeler Nation. Well, right now, noon hour, Tate's Take. Then later this evening, per usual, on Wednesday, we got Tate's Take right now. That's me. We're going to talk about the QB kid, Will Howard and Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Miyagi Rodgers and Willielsan, like Daniel's son, if you're familiar with the, I believe, 1984 classic. It's been a lot of sequels and spin-offs from the Karate Kid movie, you know, all-time favorite. It's one of the great movies. It could be. If you grew up in the 80s and stuff, like a lot of the people that watch us, some OGs in the house, probably do really like the Karate Kid movie. Then at 7 o'clock tonight, we'll be back for the Pump Your Brakes podcast. Myself, Big G, and Shannon. Haven't talked to Shannon since Monday. He's feeling under the weather, but if he's feeling under the weather and didn't go on his vacation to celebrate his anniversary with his wife, Jen, congratulations to them. Did he say 35 years? I believe Shannon in his 30s, though, not age-wise, marriage-wise. But, yeah, been married a long time. That's a blessing. But if Shannon is home, didn't go because he wasn't feeling well, if he's well enough to get on the podcast, he'll be with us tonight. If not, if he feels great, which we hope he is, he's going to celebrate his anniversary. And right after that, you know how we get on. We go from Pump Your Brakes to the Smash the Gas podcast. Myself, Big G, and Curb talking about what they say out here in these Steelers streets. As far as the draft is concerned, as far as players is concerned, as far as players we like, as far as trade-up potentials. And that's what we'll talk about on Pump Your Brakes, too. Trade-up candidates. Been a lot of speculation, a lot of talk. I think it's a lot of – who knows what it is, right? Could be a lot of smoke. Could be a lot of stuff Omar and the Steeler front office just putting out there to try and just send smoke signals up, confuse people so they don't know what they're doing. And then late night, myself and the homie Dev will be with you for Men Forged with Steel. We'll talk about our top 10 all-time Steelers. Sure, it's maybe different. Haven't got her list yet. Haven't seen her list yet, but she's a bit younger than me. She have a whole different perspective. She could have a Steeler list with nobody from the Steel Curtain era on there. I don't know. But we'll see that tonight. Be sure to tap in, get your input, say everything you got to say. But with that, man, be sure to like and subscribe to the Know It All channel. Definitely like and subscribe. We certainly appreciate all your participation. And support. Super chats are wide open. It helps the channel, helps us bring you content every day and stuff like that. Memberships are available. Some backstage exclusive content. So people that have memberships, we certainly appreciate you too. You definitely part of the nation. And with that being said, we salute each and every one. So yeah, man, let's talk about it. Well, first let's check out who stopped by, who's in the live chat here right now. Let me see my people, our nation here. Boo in the building. Boo the first one in the building. Shout out, Boo, Christine, Black and Gold. Thanks for tapping in. Certainly appreciate you each and all the time, always. D Hall in the building. What up, Daniel? Thanks for tapping in, man. Is that Pro Snickers in the building? My boy Pickens, you big dummy. Thanks for tapping in, Pickens, you big dummy, man. Love to have you. Taco Crusher in the building. Who else we got here? Jay Steve, the homie Jay Steve. Shout out, man. Thanks for always being here. One of them notes from my boo. Hey, boo, not me. Got him there. Wait. Who you got there? I mean, see, I be talking. I talk too long. I say too much. And I go to the chat. Then I don't know what you talk about versus what I said. So, Christine, boo, just remind me. Drake Green in the building. The homie Mod in the building telling folks to like and subscribe. Mod, shout out to you, man. I love your graphic. That's a big shout out to Mod. Mod made that graphic help happen. I just helped out a little bit with the little Mr. Miyagi on there. I got in and put my 2 cents on the graphic, but Mod did the thing. Daniel's son today. Daniel say he Daniel's son today. Shout out Daniel's son, man. Always thanks for tapping in again. Man, Daniel's son loves the graphic too. They loving the graphic. If you still out here in the live chat being diabolical somewhere out here. The Cobra Kai is no good, cheesy, but yeah, they kept it going for a while. Like my favorite one is Karate Kid 2, where they go over to Okinawa. That's my favorite Karate Kid, and he gotta fight the dude, Mr. Miyagi's nephew or whatever. They fight at the end, throw the bridge down, live or die, man. That's my favorite Karate Kid. Let's see. We got Rob tapping in. Will Howard has never thrown an interception or incomplete pass or fumbled the ball, y'all. Hey, true, Rob. No turnovers on his resume right now. Let's see who else. Mark Malone in the building. Mark Malone, thanks for tapping in, Mark. Oh wow. Christine say both her kids are black belts. Y'all better not mess with Christine. If she probably would take you herself, but if not, she got 2 sons that are black belts and highly proficient in karate. So you better watch your ass. So don't be around there in Louisville, Kentucky, messing around. You could get in trouble out here in these streets. Daniel say he got a brother that's a black belt. We got Yenzer Wojo in the building. Yo, what up, Yenzer Wojo? Yenzer Wojo. Thanks for tapping in. Oh, you talking about Will Howard. Okay. I'm with you. My boy 901 in the building. Reds, a couple weeks ago, Reds had to go to the Matrix, man. I don't think he's been there since. Reds then cleaned his act up and got off the clawed Jedi mind tricks out here in these streets. So, Reds, thanks for joining us, man. I'm just messing with you as always. Thanks for tapping in to the Know It All station. But yeah, so let's talk about it, right? Let's get this thing started with a little clip I got of how I see this thing, how I think this thing went down, right? Kind of funny. Then we'll talk about Will Howard and what Aaron Rodgers can be for Will Howard. But let's check this out real quick. Tate, get it right. Okay, here we go.
Listen, kid, I see your talent. I believe in you. I want to help you like Brett helped me. Brett was an asshole. I'm a jerk. I helped Jordan. I want to help you. I'm not going to be like that damn Big Ben that didn't want to help Mason. Hey, Mason, Ben kind of shit on you, didn't he? Okay, we'll talk about that later. But Will, you're going to be the guy. I'm not worried about Mason. They like you. Yenzers like you. We're going to do this. Wax on, wax off when I tell you to. We'll teach you how to call audibles. We'll get this thing down and win games.
Welcome to Miyagi Family Dojo. You like?
He has been so good to me. I mean, he's 41 years old, won 4 MVPs, he won a Super Bowl. He doesn't have to give back to a kid like me or even care about it, but he has specifically multiple times gone out of his way to tell me, hey, I want to help you out. What can I do to help you?
And then Will Howard, what a great young player. Just got the right moxie, the right personality, and loved working with him.
The rules to karate. Rule number 1, karate for defense only. Rule number 2, first learn rule number 1.
So, yeah, a little shout out to the Karate Kid movie. And what's been said so far this offseason by Will Howard, by Aaron Rodgers. Will Howard seems to have a lot of support, not just from Yens Nation, from Steeler Nation, because a lot of people, even though nobody's like was said, he's never thrown an interception, never fumbled a ball, never thrown an incompletion in the league. We haven't seen anything from Will Howard. We don't know for a fact. I feel like Steeler fans just know. Don't mean that it's right? But you just got a feeling about this kid, right? You want to see this kid do well. You think he can do well. You think he has the moxie, the size, the upside as far as being 6'5", 235, has some mobility to his game, has a decent arm. Also, he has a strong arm. Doesn't have Drew Aller arm. Drew Aller is one of the quarterbacks coming out in this 2026 draft that a lot of people were high on about a month ago coming out the combine. So, Drew Aller does have a strong arm, but, man, Will Howard might have more moxie. Will Howard don't as much crack under pressure and stuff like that. So, what has Will Howard done already in Will Howard's college career? And I'll just go over we can get down to the granular part of it if you want, look at the seasons. But right now, I'll just pull up what Will Howard did in college. Because, last time we seen him play was in the college game, leading Ohio State to a national championship. So for his career, Will Howard passed for 9,796 passing yards, 83 total passing TDs. And here, this is a key factor right here, right? Rushing TDs, 26 rushing TDs. I think with Will Howard, you can implement some of that quarterback run game, not design run per se, but unlike we've seen, at least with Russell Wilson, we saw some with Justin Fields, but Justin, another former Ohio State quarterback, didn't really get to continue his opportunity under the Mike Tomlin regime, I believe because a position had been promised to Russell Wilson. And then when Russ was ready, or they tried to drag out Russ as long as they could in 2024, right? But when he was ready, they put him in. Justin Fields left. Justin Fields went and got some of that jet stank on his ass. And it's not the same since. He's now in Kansas City trying to get some of that Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes to rub off on him. No Diddy. And maybe get one more chance at it, Justin Fields. But, yeah, 26 rushing touchdowns. I mean, you don't have to bring in a quarterback or somebody to get in there and do the tush push. I mean, if a play breaks down, you need 7 or 8 yards for a first down. He can get that. So I like that element of Will Howard's game. Completion percentage, 63.8%. It's really good, right? Really good completion percentage for Will Howard. He started a total of 50 games. That's big too, right? Those career markers, career starts in college leads to success in the pros. Some of the better quarterbacks we've seen over the past few years. You got your Bo Nix. He started a lot of games. I'm missing somebody that played a lot of games too in college. That was really good. But, you get it. At Ohio State, is 1 year at Ohio State. We know he won a national championship. Passed for 4,010 yards, 35 passing TDs. With good talent around him, because we know Ohio State's talent is elite. Maybe the most elite in the country. Even more than the Texas Longhorns, Georgia Bulldogs, all those teams like that. 72.3% and a passer rating of 172.1. So, Will Howard has the tools in the bag, right? He got some tools in his bag. Those numbers speak to it. You could say, I'm certain that Drew Aller's career numbers aren't that Even Drew Aller's best season doesn't meet Will Howard's best season. But, so this is what the baseline is coming into the pro game for Will Howard. Now, like I said, let's get more granular. Let's look at some of his stats by season. We'll go over those real quick, right? This is a breakdown of his numbers per year. So in 2020 at Kansas State, he played in 9 games, 90 completions, 168 attempts, 53.6% passing, 1,178 yards, 7 yards per average per completion, 130 yards per game, 8 TDs, 10 interceptions. Clearly, his freshman season, when he got opportunity, 9 games prior to a 13-game season, he struggled, didn't do well. Still a rating of 116.3. Keep in mind, that's a college rating. I don't know if they even use the same rating system as NFL. I'd have to look into that. So it's year 2 at Kansas State. 6 games played, 30 completions, 55 attempts, 54.5% completion percentage, threw 1 touchdown, 1 interception. 2022 at Kansas, 7 games played, 119 completions, 199 attempts, gets up to 59.8, 29.8 per attempt in the passing game. He was throwing the deep ball, so there's that capability. 2,643 yards passing, 220 yards per game, 24 touchdowns, 10 interceptions in 2023. Then they got a new guy at Kansas State, a new highly touted freshman coming in at the time. Don't even remember who he is now. Will Howard transferred to Ohio State, grad transfer. Wanted to just boost his potential stock in the draft. Played 16 games with Ohio State because they had that playoff run where they went on to the national championship and won it. But so his total numbers for that season, 309 completions out of 423 passes. So only had 114 incompletions at 73%, 26.4 per passing attempt. Throwing the deep ball still. We see a trend here. 4,010 passing yards, 9.5 per attempt, average per attempt, 250 yards per game, 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's better than 3-1, and a 115.3 quarterback rating. Then across the bottom, you have his career stats. We kind of went over them with the graphic before this. So, yeah, I mean, I think all that alludes to Will Howard having immense potential. Maybe not all the potential of what would have been a first rounder, maybe not the arm strength, the 40 time, the measurables, right? The measurables. But I believe he could have everything else. Everything he has is better than anybody available in this draft that we're about to come up. I'm gonna look at some of the comments real quick. Then I'll get back to tell you how Aaron Rodgers can help. Ty says, thanks for tapping in, Ty. Ty say the playoff run, he balled out. Definitely did. Boo said in 2022, he did pretty good. That's the part 2. That's the part 2 right there. Yenzer Wojo. Steady development, steady. So why wouldn't we think a guy like this could have learned a lot last year sitting out, right? I mean, he looked decent in training camp early on in Latrobe before the preseason game started. Broke his finger on a thumb, I believe, on a freak accident, a snap, QB to center to QB exchange, and then didn't have time to heal, didn't play in any preseason games. So I think we're all looking forward to seeing what Will Howard looks like this preseason. It's going to be big for him. But yes, why wouldn't we think it could be steady development? I know the kid is working hard. He shows me that all day. I know he's in his homework. I know he was at the Steelers facility yesterday getting his new playbook. If he already hadn't talked to Mike McCarthy and kind of got a sneak peek, right? Aaron Rodgers knows it. So Will Howard would get an opportunity to get even more reps with Mason Rudolph, as we know Aaron's going to sit out for the majority, at least the early part of the OTAs and stuff like that. But yeah, so I think he can continue to develop. He did play well. Mark Malone, those last 4 games. If McCarthy can coach him up, that part. We went and got a coach that's a quarterback guru, or supposed to be, had his hands on, no did he, has been involved in some of the development of some of the best quarterbacks that we've seen play in the last 25 years in some kind of way, right? Mike McCarthy on the staff with Joe Montana, I believe, in Kansas City, on the staff with Kurt Warner and Brett Favre, with Aaron Rodgers, with Dak Prescott. We've seen this guy. He's turned Aaron Brooks from New Orleans into a decent quarterback back in the day. If you remember one of Drew Brees' backups way back in the day, I believe Aaron Brooks played at Virginia, was a decent quarterback, never really good quarterback. Kind of like when the Steelers had Dennis Dixon back in the day, one of those kind of guys. But McCarthy got the best out of him. Cooper Rush played for Dallas. I think he was 5-0 under McCarthy every time Dak Prescott was hurt. So yeah, I think it's something there. So we say again, how can Aaron Rodgers help his overall development, right? That's where we're at. So let's just, I took some notes, got some notes, developed some notes with the assistance of AI, but AI kind of says what I asked it and wanted to say. So let's just go ahead and go over some of these notes, and we'll see how Aaron Rodgers can potentially help Will Howard. So Aaron Rodgers is helping Steelers rookie quarterback Will Howard develop by acting as a hands-on mentor, right? Mentor training. That was the first little clip with Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Miyagi. He's to Will Howard what Mr. Miyagi was to Daniel in the Karate Kid movie. Hence, we talking about the QB kid. It's Will Howard. Utilizing daily in-person meetings, talking to Will Howard, explaining things to Will Howard. Will Howard can ask questions of a GOAT, of a great, all-time great. It's not many people that see the game, probably no people to see the game better than Aaron Rodgers from a line of scrimmage perspective, right? I mean, maybe those he's up there with Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, guys like that. But Aaron Rodgers, let me be clear, is second to none in way of what he sees at the line of scrimmage and breaking stuff down. Film study. Aaron Rodgers can show this kid how you really study film. And I'm sure Will Howard got a big head start on that last year, just being in the room with Aaron Rodgers. And on-field walkthroughs to teach NFL level processing and mechanics. Aaron Rodgers is going to be at practices, training camp, all that stuff like that, to steadily tutor, mentor Will Howard. Rodgers emphasizes teaching Will Howard how to read defenses, understand defensive signals, and refine, this is key, throwing mechanics. And there's no better thrower of the football in the history of the game than Aaron Rodgers. So it can also help him improve his base for better power. So we talk about his arm strength, but man, you learning from the GOAT, you learning from a Miyagi, a sensei in the dojo that is a football field, you're going to get better, right? So let's just go back to key aspects of mentorship. Daily routine and film study. Howard sits next to Rodgers in all meetings, with Rodgers explaining, this is key, explaining his thought process on specific plays and how his own previous mistakes to avoid. What previous mistakes Aaron Rodgers may have made in the past to avoid this, avoid that. Look the safety off, like look the linebacker off, or audible to this when you see this. All these different things that Will Howard can get from the tutelage of Aaron Rodgers. Pre-snap intelligence. Rodgers helps Howard decode defensive fronts, coverages, and signals, which Rodgers emphasizes is crucial because the front dictates the back. So whatever you see in the front, if you can break down what the front is doing, you get an idea what the back end is doing based off scheme and coverage and what that looks like on the back end. So Aaron Rodgers can kind of help with a lot of this different stuff. Those are some more of the aspects. What's Ty saying? Ty says people would love to bring up a 6th-round pick but he's not six-round talent to me. Not saying he's definitely the future, but love his size. Just need to develop. I agree, Ty. I agree. I'm not saying he's the guy, but I'm saying he can get in there and compete to sit behind Aaron Rodgers and see, hey, what could this look like, right? He's worth not drafting a rookie quarterback in the first 4 rounds, be it, excuse me, be it Drew Aller, be it Nussmeier, be it the ridiculous notion of trading up to try and get Ty Simpson or even take Ty Simpson at 21. You don't need that, right? Let's see what this guy is. Aaron Rodgers is going to be in the building. Aaron Rodgers get to deal with him for 1 more year. I like the potential of that. More notes on how Aaron Rodgers can potentially help Will Howard. Physical refinement. Rodgers has provided specific technical advice, such as instructing Howard to keep a tighter base on his first 5-step drop for improved torque and accuracy. You know, teach him how to be a better thrower of the football, to be more efficient, to be more concise in his arm motion. All these things are big. He's getting this firsthand from a GOAT. Self-scouting analysis. Howard acts as a right-hand man to Aaron Rodgers by analyzing game tape and breaking down defensive signals. So he's going over game film with Aaron Rodgers during the season. He's doing that. He did that this past year. He saw and learned a lot already. I think he's going to really excel this preseason. Whoever they bring in, if they bring in a rookie, I don't even think they have a chance to compete with Will Howard, being that he's already in the building. He's been a year in the building last year. So for a guy we haven't seen, Will Howard, to get a guy we haven't seen, rookie, Will Howard's going to run circles around him. I really believe that. Mental approach. Aaron Rodgers emphasizes the intangibles. And as described, and he advises on navigating the mental challenges of being a quarterback, NFL quarterback. Hey, the game is to be told, not sold. So Aaron Rodgers giving all this game to Will Howard for free, man. This like free tutorials that you getting from a GOAT. And I know Will Howard is just, taking it all in. He's taking it all in. So this is a quote from Aaron Rodgers. He was my right-hand man with all the signals this year. He was sitting next to me in the quarterback room, Rodgers said regarding Howard's development, as reported by Penn Live. So Rodgers in the interview and has shown on has noted that he is not trying to overstep his bounds, but is offering guidance to help prepare Howard. Basically, that's saying, hey, Rodgers is saying, well, Howard, I'm there if you want the help. I'm here for you, bro. So take advantage of it. We've seen Aaron Rodgers, as much help as it may not have been, Aaron Rodgers at least sat behind Brett Favre for a couple, 2-3 years. He sat behind an all-time great on Mike McCarthy's staff, and they transitioned to Rodgers, and Rodgers was ready. Last year was a redshirt year for Will Howard. Sat behind a senior quarterback, probably like a 15th year senior quarterback going into this year. When we talk about Aaron Rodgers, is just his tenure in the NFL, and Will Howard can definitely benefit from all this. So, in conclusion, I'll go to the live chat for a few minutes. In conclusion, my conclusion, because this is Tate's Tate, right? And you always know my conclusions are always spot on and always right. And with every conclusion I have,
my logic is undeniable.
My logic is undeniable. Pittsburgh Steelers. This is what I'm here to tell you. This is my take. Will Howard may not be your guy. I'm not saying that. Yens, don't get all pumped up, all excited like we got our franchise guy, because there are no guarantees. He's a 6th-round pick with better than 6th-round talent, like Ty stated in a comment just a little bit ago. But he's a rookie coming in, an experienced rookie, 50 starts. Why we want Carson Beck? Carson Beck played good at Georgia. Carson Beck has a noodle arm. Carson Beck gets rattled in some of the games. His last throw in the national championship game, his last throw for the Miami Hurricanes was an interception to end the game on a drive they were going down the field. Are you a get it done guy? Are you a take us to the promised land type of guy? Well, Howard showed that in college on the biggest stage. Carson Beck folded that on the biggest stage in his college. So I don't need to see Carson Beck. I get why teams like him, all the reasons we talk about Will Howard. A lot of stars, play for good programs, a lot of experience. But if you're the Steelers, you don't need that. You don't need Drew Aller. Will Howard is not Drew Aller in traits. Drew Aller's arm is stronger. Drew Aller, same size. Drew Aller may be a little faster. I'm not sure. I have to look that up. I'll get back with you with that. But, you know, Drew Aller kind of folds under pressure too. I mean, look what he was doing. People say Drew Aller didn't have weapons and stuff like that. Drew Aller defenders. And I think a lot of the love for Drew Aller is coming from the fact that he's a Northeastern Ohio kid and he played at Penn State. So it's a lot of that geographical regional love there for Will Howard. He's a Penn State guy, right? I think a lot of that love for Drew Aller is coming from some of that. If I said Will Howard, I meant Drew Aller. It's coming from that. And it's funny because Will Howard is a Pennsylvania guy that played at Ohio State. Kind of like, you know, they reversed. Ohio kid, Drew Aller, played at Penn State. Pennsylvania kid, Will Howard, played at Ohio State. How about that? But, yeah, we don't need Garrett Nussmeier. I do not want to see Garrett Nussmeier. To talk about Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson started 15 games. He has traits, but he's 6'1". He's not cut out for the AFC North and being a guy like that. You guys know around the combine time and after, I was real big on Cade Klubnik. I like Cade Klubnik. I think of the guy we just named, he could potentially be the best of the bunch of that group that we named. This is a poor quarterback draft. So to me, if you're drafting a quarterback in 2026, you don't take him before round 4, but really you don't take him, to me, to at least round 5. And we're looking at guys like Cole Payton out of North Dakota State. We're looking at guys like Taylor Green out of Arkansas. Huge upside guys, right? High upside. You know, I feel like the Steelers, so many times we draft, and that's what Carson Beck would be. The safe pick, right? Experience, has played a lot of games. And not that doesn't matter, but if we're trying to get a quarterback this year, because ideally, if nothing works this year with the young guys, you get your guy next year. You go get one of those guys, and there's a boatload of guys next year. I'm going to do something about that too. A show on that one of these next couple of weeks, maybe after the draft, like who's available next year. Who's available next year. But yeah, Will Howard is your rookie. Will Howard sits behind Aaron Rodgers. If you draft another rookie, fine. If you let Mason Rudolph play his last year, 4-year contract out, and just be an experienced guy in the room with Aaron Rodgers and Will Howard, that works too. But Will Howard should beat out Mason Rudolph for the backup position, not because he's better, but because he's equal to. Mason's seen a lot, but Mason has a floor. Mason's floor is his ceiling. So if Will Howard can get to what is Mason's floor currently, Will Howard should be able to secure that job. So Will Howard's my guy. Steelers don't take a quarterback in the first 4 rounds. If you want to take a project, a camp arm, a dart throw in the 5th round in this draft, by all means, 5th or 6th or 7th, go ahead and do it, depending on what's there, what it looks like, and what you like. My thoughts on that. So, again, closing up the QB kid, the whole Aaron Rodgers and Will Howard narrative. We'll just play the clip one more time, and I'll go to the chat, take some questions, and we'll get out of here. But yeah, the QB kid.
Listen, kid, I see your talent. I believe in you. I want to help you like Brett helped me. Brett was an asshole. I'm a jerk. I helped Jordan. I want to help you. I'm not going to be like that damn Big Ben They didn't want to help Mason. Hey, Mason, Ben kind of shit on you, didn't he? Okay, we'll talk about that later. But Will, you're going to be the guy. I'm not worried about Mason. They like you. Yezers like you. We're going to do this. Wax on, wax off. When I tell you to, we'll teach you how to call audibles. We'll get this thing down and win games.
Welcome to Miyagi Family Dojo. You like?
He has been so good to me. I mean, he's 41 years old, won 4 MVPs, he won a Super Bowl. He doesn't have to give back to a kid like me or even care about it, but he has specifically multiple times gone out of his way to tell me, hey, I want to help you out. What can I do to help you?
And then Will Howard, what a great young player. Just got the right moxie, the right personality, and loved working with him.
The rules to karate. Rule number 1. Karate for defense only. Rule number 2. First learn rule number 1.
So yeah, let's go to the live chat real quick. Some of these comments, I can't go all the way back, keep up. I'm gonna start right here. We got D Hall says Aaron Rodgers mechanics and Will is literally similar. Okay, I'd have to watch the breakdown on both, but hey, if he learned anything from Aaron Rodgers last year, I think he has that short snap the wrist release. I like that. That's a quick get off, no diddy. Pro Snickers, that's been my exact thought, Tate. I hope we talking about the overall context of what we've been talking about, that Will Howard is your rookie, right? I think that's probably what I took from it. So I hope that's what we take from here. Dre says if the Steelers are going to compete in 2026, they need a quarterback who has been there before, and Aaron Rodgers has been there before. Agree. Nobody's saying Aaron Rodgers is not your guy for 2026. We talking about what it looked like going forward. Could it be Will Howard? Imagine if Will Howard hit, right? Imagine if they believed in Will Howard coming out this year. Everything they saw was good. Aaron Rodgers gets rested. Will Howard goes in there and shows out. And then you go into next year, you feel like you got your guy with that draft capital. And what you do with this year's draft? Oh, the Steelers ready though. Ready. That part. So yeah. Daniel, free 99. Who we talking about? Who is 99? Hampton for the Steelers, but who you talking about? Somebody been incarcerated they used to be number 99 I don't know about, because they out here diabolical incarcerating people for, maybe some unincarceratable things. If that's not even a word, but you know what I mean. Ty says, agree, Tate. I'm a Howard. He said, in my opinion, Howard would be QB2 this draft class. I think he could be up there with Ty Simpson. I mean, depending on what you want, right? I think if it was like the Rams picking, they would pick Ty Simpson. He fits what they do. He fits what Sean McVay likes. If it was the Bills picking, we need that big burly guy like we got. Ty Simpson's much more a poor man's Matt Stafford. And Will Howard's much more a poor man's Josh Allen. So it depends on fit too, right? So hopefully we draft Robertson. Mark, is that Robertson out of Baylor? Sawyer Robertson, right? You like him? Is that who you talking about? Me and Ty thinking of I like Green in the 6th round for QB3. I like that too. If I want him, if I identify that, if I want that, I go get it. I don't wait till the 6th round. What's 5th round now? I need that. Make sure I secure it for somebody else sneak in there and see value at a little later pick. I get that if it's what I want. If it's what Omar Khan, Andy Wild, Mike McCarthy, the Steelers brass determine we're going to take a shot on this guy. Why not get that in the 5th, right? We got Wojo saying I wouldn't mind taking Aller in the later rounds. Yeah, I mean, I see it. The talent is there, upside there, but like I said, that's going to be at least a 4th round pick. I'm trying to not take a quarterback in the first 4 rounds. Yeah, Ty, I don't see the need for a QB this year. That's why I said Mason can sit his ass down and be QB3 and get his $4 million a year, then go on somewhere next year in 27 to hold somebody's clipboard. Mark says, I wouldn't be surprised if Rudolph looks a whole lot different in this offense. He could. Curb, that's next year's. Curb in the big. Thanks for tapping in, Curb. Sam Levitt is hurt and probably out for the spring. Oh, really? Okay. I didn't realize that. Curb breaking news to me. I don't know if any of y'all heard that. But yeah, I like Levitt too. He's one of the guys we're going to talk about next year's draft. I don't know the extent of the injury or what Curb's talking about. I believe his sourcing. I'm sure he's not up here just throwing out there hot takes out here in these streets. But yeah, but Levitt going to be a guy too next year. And if it's not serious, I don't think he hurts him too bad missing the spring because he got the coach, Lane Kiffin, going there who, helped develop Trinidad Champions last year. Levitt already got the tools. Levitt going to play an explosive offense and be really good. Pickens, you big nuts. All I can say, if there's a guy that really, really just go get him. Though, oh yeah, that part, Pickens, you right. Steeler girl in the building tapping in. Thanks for tapping in. Good morning to you. Is it still morning? Girl, I don't know where you at, so I ain't going to talk about you. Out here on the east, though, it's 12:45 almost. We been out here in these streets since, 6 o'clock this morning on the East Coast. But depending on where you at, right? It's all relative. We got Horace says, bro, I'm still on Anthony Richardson from Indy. Give me a 6th or 7th round. Horace, I like that too, man. I like that more. A month ago, I was saying it. The talent. But right. Oh, well, let me shut up then, Steeler girl. You out there in Hawaii. Yeah, you it's super early for you. Good morning. But back to Horace, though. But the thing is, the money, right? I mean, the clock already started on Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson going to be due a fifth year extension. The rookie extension to keep him after this year. Do you want to do that, or do you want to invest in a guy with not only similar traits, better traits? Because a lot of the records that Taylor Green broke at the combine were Anthony Richards records. So, as far as game play and all that stuff goes, Anthony Richards, how much more experience does he have than Taylor Green? And Taylor Green ain't played a game in the NFL. Anthony Richardson has played some games, hasn't looked good. Probably played, I don't know, 12, 14 games, I'd say. I mean, I feel like he's been injured quite a bit. But I like his talent, though. And under Mike McCarthy, that could look good. 6th or 7th round pick, that's good. Or you could take Taylor Green with an actual 5th or 6th round pick, pay him 5th or 6th round pick money, have him with you for 4 years if you want, and develop that. It's just a better cost value proposition, right? Cost benefit analysis. Do I trade a 6th or 7th round for Richardson and he's already got a 1st round pick contract that I then got to extend if I want to keep him? Or do I go get a guy with similar traits and slightly less experience and bring that in and have that for the cheap? So that's how I look at that. That's my guy too next year, Ty, out of Oregon. Dante Moore is my number one guy. Now, we gotta see how the year plays out, right? Arch could come in next year and be everything they say Arch gonna be. I don't know what that look like. We'll see though. But right now, my guy is Dante Moore. You still got like the kid Carr out of Notre Dame. You got Levitt, just mentioned, going to be playing next year. You got Malvey out of USC. You got the kid out of UCLA that played at Tennessee. I mean, you got a lot of guys coming out next year. I think I count about 8 to 10 really good quarterbacks. Now they got to play a full college football season this year. Lenore Sellers. You got the Gadaway, the kid that transferred from Florida. I believe he went to, don't give me this, Big G would know. I don't know where he went. Boo, we on the same page. Steeler Girl, we on the same page. Dante Moore is a guy. Hey, I like Dante Moore a lot. He's my number one guy as of right now, going into this entire thing. And he's a guy among guys, right? Even my boy Willielsan, Ohio State. I don't know if he fits the Steelers, but he's going to be a first round talent next year. Yes, but we'll see what that looks like. But yes, that's my take on how Aaron Rodgers can really assist Will Howard in his development, in his learning of the game. You know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers for Will Howard is like, all these quarterbacks is wearing these virtual goggles and stuff now to learn to read defenses and stuff like that. Aaron Rodgers better than virtual goggles, than the VR goggles. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. And to have that every day in the building, in the room, far as all that stuff. And get to be around Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers' old quarterback coach and the connections and stuff. This could be big. Okay, Mark. Okay, there you go. Baylor. Yep. Now that you said, I remember it. But hey, Mark, it's that time of year, man. What is like April 6th, April 8th? Yard work time of calls. I got a few friends and the family that was out doing yard work this week and stuff. I contract somebody. They came and did mine like a week ago. They should be coming back before Friday and doing it again. But it's that time of year, man. Like they just came out and did the base work for me. They put the mulch down and put down some new seed and stuff, whatever they do, man. But yeah, so we get it, Mark. Go back and watch it though. Everybody hit the like button on this podcast. If you haven't subscribed to the Know It Alls channel, do that. Like I said, we'll be back here later on this evening. Let me see what Horace saying one more time. Save the money. Richardson can steal wild. Wiggle. His way out of the NFL. Oh, wild his way. Okay, that's what you're saying. Draft and somebody now. Good point. I'm off the train now. Hey, thanks, Horace, man. I love coming here, man, making points. And you know how I get down, man. Every time you tap in, it takes take every week. You're going to get.
My logic is undeniable.
That's what I'm here for, man. But nah, man. Appreciate each and everybody that tapped in today, man. Love Know It All Nation. Love Steeler Nation. It's a family out here in these streets. Be sure to tap in tonight again. I'll go over one more time the shows we got coming up this evening. So you'll see me 3 more times a day. So, I could get on your nerves and everything, but we talking about Steelers. So show me some grace, show me some love. But we'll be here at 7 o'clock with Big G for sure. Maybe the homie Triple OG Shannon in the building for Pump Your Brakes, talking about potential trade-up candidates. Big G will go over what the Jimmy Johnson trade chart looks like. We'll talk about some potential things there. What Omar Khan might be thinking, because there's been speculation that they could trade up for a safety, Caleb Downs. Maybe they want to go ahead and make sure they get Mekhi Lemon. I don't believe to talk about trading up for Ty Simpson. I don't believe that. But it's been talk out there about it by a lot of the national prognosticators. So we'll put that up there as one of them because it has been talk, but not happening. Better not happen. Omar, it better not happen, bro. I'm saying I'm not a violent man. But you go to messing up my Steelers, man, could be problems in these streets. But I'll let Big G get at you. But yeah, man, then after that, Curb, who's been in the live chat, the homie Curb in the building. Right after Pump Your Brakes, we be back for Smash the Gas in the building. They say, all the stuff they saying out here about the draft, about the Steelers. We'll talk a little bit about the team getting to go to camp early to get playbooks and receive their workouts and weight training and all that stuff because they have a new coach, so they get to go a week early, I believe. We'll talk about that stuff. We'll talk about some of the players they say could be a buzz at the Steelers. So Then after that, you got me and my girl Dev in the late night, probably like 9:40. Probably on for about 40, 45 minutes, take you to bedtime, talking about the top 10 Steelers. And like I said earlier, I don't know who her list could be because she's a youngin'. That's the homie, though. That's a little homie, though. So we back right after that. So 3 more times with me. Thanks, everybody, for tapping in, for the Know It All Nation, for the Steelers. Appreciate each and every one of you. Hey, Craig, shout out, man. Appreciate you, man. Ain't nothing but love, bro. Nothing but love, man. Mark, peace to you, big homie. Man, Ty, you my dog. Tate, you my dog, too. Mark, see you later on this evening. All right, Steeler girl. Hey, you should be, you was late today, but later in the night, when it's late for us, you still be early. So tap in tonight out there in a low hot land. And we certainly appreciate you for tapping in. His logic is undeniable. Shout out to the homie Mark in the building. Everybody tapping tonight. Be sure to like, subscribe, like this podcast, and everything else, man. We certainly appreciate you for another Wednesday afternoon Takes Take. We're about to get out of here one time for the one time. See y'all tonight. Peace.
Take a picture of greatness, relate this to a Rembrandt. I know it all, so listen close, even if I rent bent. I'm here once a week, rain, sleet, or snow, to tell all the facts that you need to know. So listen.